Hi there, friends. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta, and as always, let's talk about what's happening in the Western Pacific today, because we got a few things going on. One, the easterly still dominating, bringing some rainfall across the App and Palau. High pressure rate over Guam, while we have a cold surge setting up across Japan, and the leading edge of that is this shear line, which is stretching all the way down towards the Philippines, bringing rainfall to parts of Luzon, and even, we get that northeasterly flow. You got the southeasterly flow. It has set up a little bit of shear, and sometimes can create spin-ups into places like Visayas, where this video out of Bacolod, this is actually just towards the east on Negros Island there in Visayas, a place called Murcia, where they had, it looks like about an EF0 tornado, and solid spin up there causing some damage. Now, I didn't see any reports of deaths or anything from this, but boy, serious stuff there. And this happens sometimes when you get this confluence of airflow, brings some of that heavy rainfall. Meanwhile, in the Cagayan Valley, we're dealing with the latest cold surge. Just some photos from Cedric and John. Both sent these in. One in Cagayan, a little bit further towards the south here from Cedric. Both just the Cagayan Valley, region 2. Overcast skies, on and off rainfall. That's been the case, and you can see that here on our outlook as we look ahead through the day on Saturday over towards Sunday. Areas in the greens and the reds and the blues, all indicating, that persistent rain. But as we go ahead to Tuesday and the Wednesday, it does back off a bit, and we start to see just some gradually overall improving conditions here. And this is another look throughout the day on Sunday. As we scoot over towards Monday, you have that flow. The winds do kind of shift from the east. It's going to start backing off, and basically that flow runs into the Sierra Madre Mountains and gradually improves those conditions across this area as we go ahead through the mid part of the upcoming week. But total rainfall still could add up to some pretty decent amounts, which is going to obviously cause water level plate rises in places like the Cagayan River. Let's take a look at our flyover, though, and you know what? General Santos, Davao, Cagayan de Oro out here in Mindanao, looking at some decent rainfall. Meanwhile, over towards Tacloban, it does back off just a bit there. Cebu, you got a chance of rain. Bacolod, where you just had, this island. Must be exciting to live out there. You had that volcanic eruption just in the very similar area here a couple months ago. Then you had this tornado. You got some decent storms. Just, man, I guess if you're a weather lover, that's the spot to be. Well, not just weather, just earth sciences, I should say. Back towards the north in Legazpi, you're going to look at some scattered showers, but Manila, I do think, is going to be looking at a few thunderstorms here on Sunday. Well, we still have the northeasterly flow still on Sunday across the Cagayan Valley. So, yeah, look at the broader picture. It's all associated with that flow coming in, but eventually that high-pressure ridge over Japan settles a little bit further towards the south, and it kind of brings in some relatively drier air. And, just in general, that's the setup. Not much happening down here towards the south. I don't see any significant tropical systems on the horizon, basically because of the dry air, all the shear, all that stuff. But, still something I want to keep an eye on. If you're a surfer, the East Coast is the place to be. Still looking at some pretty decent swells, continuing to kick up out there. For Manila, Sunday got some rain. Monday, still cloudy skies, but it does dry out nicely with highs into the low 30s. Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday, almost that heat just building right back in. Sunday, also heavy rainfall in Baguio, but once that shear line shifts towards the south, it is going to improve Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But look at the cooler temperatures, still highs into the mid-20s, lows into the teens. That's a cool spot on the map. Well, Siargao, shout out to our friends out there. You got some decent thunderstorms still with the easterlies into the afternoon. Classic stuff. Temperature's a little bit cooler there. Actually, several degrees cooler than Manila, even further towards the north. Mainly because you have additional cloud cover. Big shout out to our Patreon members. Love you guys. I say it all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it every video update because you are what makes these updates possible. That and just some freelance gigs that we have here with Westpacwx. All these things, our ads, our advertisements, which we do have an ad option on Patreon if you want to help out with your business here. Truly appreciate it. And that actually leaves me with this. I just did my taxes not too long ago. I do want to give a shout out to frontlinefinancial.com. I'll put the link down below. Taxes are hard, guys, especially if you live abroad and you have to deal with multiple countries, not only, but also, probably at your W-2, 1099, all that kind of it's a hot mess. So shout out to Frontliner Financial, one of our sponsors here, which is also a Patreon level. So it's part of the Patreon membership. Anyways, thanks, guys. And as always, can't thank you enough like I said, hit the subscribe button too, please. Especially when it comes to typhoon season, when things actually start to hit the fan. You know what I'm talking about. You get a little bit more of those push notifications, and it does help out here with that viewership and getting this word out. So, all right, stay safe out there.